What would be scarier? Seeing the real predator or that beast lurking in the wilderness, ready to destroy anybody that doesn't respect it? Yeah, the question comes up to what is the best way to start riding or whatever. Well, let me tell you, there's no better experience than starting out on a dirt bike. And like that 14 model TTR 230 I had would be a really good bike for just about anybody. And if you were a little smaller, you could go for the 125. But if you were like, well, that's not going to keep me excited or whatever, get a little 80 or 85cc race model, like the older KX80s and RM80s and stuff, and now they're 85s. One of those bikes, you'll learn throttle control, and you'll learn how to maneuver a bike, and it'll be nice and light and easy to maneuver. And then after you ride that thing a lot, I don't know, it doesn't matter so much the time of riding, but the time you're, on the bike. So like if you're on that thing morning to night for fucking 2 weeks, you're probably going to be awesome at the end of that 2 weeks. But if you put her around, 1 day a month on it, probably not so much. But anyways, get yourself something like that if you want to really get good fast and you really want to be excited. And then once you mastered that bike, I mean, you can easily do a donut, turn it around 180 degrees, whatever. Get yourself a little bit bigger one, like a 125, a 250. I mean, if you're really feeling froggy, find yourself an old 500 something or another, because then that's going to be a lot. So anyways, that's about the best advice for a new beginner rider. Man, I just started feeling sick. Fuck. I have been dealing with that. On and off too. Okay. That's a lot of fun. All my bikes, like that big Vulcan I was saying, I've been riding that a lot lately. It's so easy to do 70 everywhere with that bike. I mean, it handles so nice and it's just so different. Right down here is where they found the body of a 14-year-old back when I lived just up the road, probably a mile or so. I forget the cocksucker's name who did it, but he's cost the state of Vermont more money than anybody else in history. This piece of shit scumbag raped and murdered a 14-year-old girl back in, this must have been 78 or so. But anyways, Paulette Crickmore was her name, and they wound up, you know, finding actual evidence buried in like his foundation, and you know, just real obvious and whatever, but still, you know, for some reason a piece of shit like that gets to take up all kinds of time, and innocent guys can't get a fucking trial. So, yeah. Anyhow, don't be fucking around. Yeah, this is just, we can go over and walk on that train bridge over there. I had a little beagle, and that dog walked across that fucking thing so fast and easy, it was just like it was a sidewalk for the dog. My wife and I were like terrified looking down through every frickin' one, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna go chill out on them rocks down there, I guess. Think I can make it. Fucking Billy Jack Jason. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. A good way to break in tight leathers is go swimming in them and don't take them off until they dry. Like sleep in them and everything. Little fishes. Oh, there's a good sized one down there. Can you pick him up? Probably not. It's all fucked up looking. Oh, there he is again. Huh, that looks like a little fucking stocky. A little trout must be. They must have stalked this area. I see something jump over there, but usually there's only perch and pumpkin seed and whitefish and suckers in this area. Yeah. They actually stock them with really nice ones. When I was working with a client a couple years ago, he caught a 28-inch brown, and that was a big, beautiful fish, you know. But another thing I have moaned about in the past, and a really blatant example was given to me yesterday. This guy who's a very popular vlogger, I don't know if he does goofs, or I tried watching some of his stuff and it was just like bizarre, him, you know, getting stuff sometimes, and I didn't get it anyways. But certainly like a couple million views on most of his stuff. He went out and bought an Africa Twin, which is the dual purpose fucking new Honda, like to compete with a Tenere and things like that from Yamaha. So anyway, he literally can't even ride this bike. So he's either really dedicated, or he wants to get more views, or he's got too much money. I don't know what the fuck the deal is. But anyways, he had to have the bike delivered, and he lives in a parking garage, so he literally, you know, he was going to have somebody ride it to a place where he felt comfortable riding it. Really bizarre. And not a very good example for most people either, because to go out and buy a brand new bike like that for your first bike, it's a bad idea, and it's not very realistic for most people. So yeah, like I said, I've bitched about that before, because, you know, some punk wants to get famous, so he goes out and buys some junk 600, you know, with zero experience, which isn't any better of an idea than what this character is doing. But, and then that's the thing, you know, they go out and buy leader bikes and they never get over 100 miles an hour with them or some shit, you know. But, and like this guy even said he'll never go off-road with it. So why buy a bike that's purpose-built to be capable of such a thing as that? Plus you're getting a fucking parallel 1000, so it's going to be pretty ballsy. You know, that's what I was talking about with the 80cc deal, is, you know, that throttle control. It's like trying to ride that Z1000. It's terrible for that, because as soon as you touch it, it's a fucking beast and it'll want to hurt you. But if you learn that any throttle can be usable and manageable in any condition, like I've driven that on grass, you know, it's fine. But that's how you learn. And then when you do, like on these dirt roads, I had a Yamaha, Honda Twin Star 185, and I used to bring friends for rides on this road. And the bike would do 60, and that's what I used to pull just about the whole length, you know, 2 up or whatever. And that's how you get good, is feeling the bike slide a little bit. I mean, that's why Rossi's so damn good. Speaking to him, he won last week's race, or 2 weeks ago's race. He's been on the podium every fucking race this year. He's won a few times. He's just amazing. I mean, but then you think about, like, that Isle of Man, and you see, like, McGuinness and, you know, 50, 60-year-old guys that are still fucking balls out on super dangerous places like that. I mean, Rossi's people would probably never let him ride to Isle of Man, because if he did get hurt, you know, they'd lose so much fucking money. I mean, when he leaves MotoGP, it's going to leave a hole. I mean, he's super popular. I'd say the most popular racer ever. And for good reason. He's fucking, I mean, even when I don't want to like him, you know, he's so aggressive out there, and he's so good. I mean, and the way he is with the bikes too, like, you know, you'll see him fucking communicating with him and whatever little deal he does with that. It's cool as hell anyways. That's the kind of fucking guy. And he still rides every kind of terrain known to man, because he knows that's what makes him good. So, that's a couple bicyclists going by. They're like, there's even crazy motherfuckers out in the middle of nowhere. That's the worst place to find us. See ya.